Hey guys, it's your girl April back with another how-to video. So in this video, we are going to make this beautiful cardigan. This is my second one and this was a special request. So I figured since I had a special request to make this sweater, this was a great time for me to show you all how I made it. So this is not a slow step-by-step video, but it is a video that you can follow as long as you know how to make a granny square, double crochet, treble crochet, single crochet. Pretty much if you know how to make a hexagon sweater, you are going to be just fine. However, for my babies who need a little extra tender love and care, as soon as I finish with the written pattern, I am going to post that link in the description box and it will be for sale on my Etsy shop. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have been doing good. I'm excited to share this video with you. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, hit me below. And I'm wishing everybody so much love, peace, and bliss. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free. Or you go ahead and hit that like button too. Or you could just hit both. Let's get into it. I hope you enjoy the video. So we're first going to start off by making a slip knot and chaining 3. And for this portion, we are going to do 3 sets of chain 3. Once you complete your first set of chain 3, you will chain 1, and then you'll go into your next set of 3 double crochets. Once you get to your last treble or your last double crochet, whichever you prefer, you're then going to do a slip stitch to bring these two together and close it off. If you are looking to do other colors or switch colors, this will be the time to switch out your color. I'm not switching out my color for this one, so I'm just going to continue on with my pattern. However, to make sure that this doesn't come out later, I'm just going ahead and tying this off. Okay, so you're going to chain 3. You're going to yarn over. You're going to do another double crochet. Yarn over, double crochet again. You're then going to chain 1, and then you're going to add 3 more double crochets in that same chain space. We're going to go into the next chain space, and you're going to repeat. Okay, so we're going to go into the next chain space, and we're going to do the exact same thing, and you'll just repeat this to the end. So right now I'm just counting because you want to make sure that you have a total of 6 corners. So once you get to the end, you're going to slip stitch and you're going to chain 3. For this space here, there is no corner, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do 3 double crochets into this chain space. Once we do our 3 double crochets, we're going into a corner, so we're going to go ahead and do 3 double crochets. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets into the same chain space. Once you get to your next chain space, you're going to do 3 double crochets, go into the chain space, 3 double crochets, and then when you get to your corner, that is when you do 3 double crochets and a chain 1. We will not chain 1 in between any other spaces. Only the corners is where we will chain 1. So as you can see, I'm in my corner. So I did 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then I'm doing 3 more double crochets. As your work expands, you're going to have more chain 3 spaces, and that's okay because you're only supposed to have 6 corners. So that means there's only 6 times where you're going to do your 3 double crochets with a chain 1 with 3 more double crochets. Okay, so we've come to the end of this round, and so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do a slip stitch, and you're going to repeat this for 25 rounds. Now, this particular size that I'm doing is for a large to extra large. So if you want something smaller, then you would do less rounds, which I have those rounds written in my written pattern. So that way, if you need to measure out the different sizes, I recommend that you get the pattern from my Etsy shop. So at this point, I'm running out of yarn, so I am going to switch out my colors, and I'm going to add my black in there. I usually tie off my color change portion as I go, just so it's easier for me, and then I just weave in the yarn at the end. But I'm sure there's other ways to do this easier. This is just the method that works for me. So I took a break and I got up at about 6 a.m. and started back working on this cardigan. So as you can see, I got a little bit done and now I'm switching back to the orange. This is a really fun project, so it's very beginner friendly. As I said, like if you want to make your first cardigan, I recommend doing this cardigan. It doesn't take a long time. This cardigan actually took me about 2.5 weeks, and it only took me 2.5 weeks because I actually took a few days off in between. But when I created the first cardigan, which I will show some pictures at the end of this video, that literally took me only 2 weeks to do, and that one was a size small to medium. So I put a note on here to just keep going. Just keep going. Don't quit. Don't stop. Keep doing your double crochets until you get to your 25 rounds. Okay, so it was about 3 a.m. and this is how much I have completed. So I'm going to just keep going until I get to my 25 rounds because I want to finish off this panel and move along to the hood. Okay, guys, so we have finally gotten to the last 2 rounds of this first panel of the cardigan. When I tell you, I'm just like so excited. It was at least 7 a.m. when I was working on this, or it was probably like 6 a.m. when I was working on it. And I wanted to complete the panel because I had to go and get my tires changed. So I was like, all right, let me at least finish this panel out so then I can start on a trim, come back and be done with this sweater for the most part. Okay, guys, so you gotta have fun while you're working. I went over to my mother's house and spent some time with her and spent some time with my grandson. And I just had a ball over there as I worked on the second part of this cardigan, which was the additional panel of 25 rounds. I made this one a little bit more colorful and just did a different design with it to have that different, unique type of look with this sweater. Okay, guys, so I made 2 panels, as you can see. They are each 25 rounds. For my hood, I created 2 granny squares, and I'm showing you here where you're going to actually sew if you are making a hood. I made 2 granny square panels of 12 rounds. I did them both different, so each square looks different on each side. However, I am going to go in and I am just going to stitch the 2 outer corners as I was showing when I first bought these panels up. And then I'm going to attach it to the 2 panels of the sweater. Once you've sewn your hood together, this is how it should look on the inside if you did the slip stitch method. So I just want to show you what mine looks like, and then I'm gonna flip it inside out. So this is the exterior, and I'm showing you how it looks on the right side, and this is one side, and this is the design on the other side of the hood. And I'm just straightening it out a little bit and filling around and just checking it out to make sure it looks pretty decent. And I feel pretty comfortable with the way the hood turned out. I preferred to do an oversized hood for this sweater, so that is why I chose to do the 12 rounds, and it looks as big as it does. Okay, guys, so I am trying to spread this sweater out a bit so you can see the hood portion. I pretty much just took the hood and I took 3 stitch markers, and I put a stitch marker at the end, the middle, and the other end, and I'm just playing around with it to see if I'm satisfied with how it is tested out. And I'm going to try to bring this in closer so you can see exactly how this hood looks. So here, as you can see, I have a stitch marker at both ends and in the middle, and I'm just going to slip stitch all the way across. Of course, you can also use the mattress stitch method if that is your preference of attachment. So right here, I'm just trying to show you all how big this sleeve looks. And I have both my back panels sewn together, and I'm just showing you the portion that will be your sleeve, because this is where you're going to start stitching your sleeve. That one is the finished sleeve. So this one here is the sleeve that I'll be working on next. So I have my stitch markers at both ends, and I feel comfortable with everything. So I'm flipping the sleeve inside out so then I can go ahead and slip stitch it together. So as you can see, I have started doing my slip stitching on the inside of my sleeve. So for the border, I chose to use a darker purple, and I'm just going to attach my yarn. So for the border, this is a pretty simple repeat pattern. You're going to go ahead and you're going to chain 4. And once you chain 4, you are going to yarn over, and you're going to make an additional double crochet inside of the stitch. So we're going to chain 4. I had to readjust the camera so you can see. And we're going to yarn over, and we're just going to do a double crochet. And in the next 2 stitches, you're going to do a double crochet. Once you do that double crochet, you're going to chain 4. And then once you chain 4, you're going to turn your work and go into the front post of your initial stitch where you did the initial chain 3, and you're going to do a slip stitch. You're going to then turn your work around, and in this opening, you're going to do 7 double crochets. Once you completed your first set of 7, you're going to then double crochet into the next 4 stitches. And I was struggling with my yarn here, so bear with me. Once you finish your 4 double crochets, you're going to then chain 4, and then you're going to turn your work, and you're going to go into the first post, and you're going to do a slip stitch, and then you're going to turn your work back around, and you're going to do 7 double crochets into the square opening that you have there. You are going to repeat this method all the way around until you meet your first shell that you started on the sweater. So for the sleeve, what I did, because this is such a large sweater, to slim down the lower portion of the arm, what I did was I attached a new color of yarn at the end of the sleeve, and I did a set of single crochet all the way around the sleeve. For my sleeve, I had 75 stitches once I completed my single crochets all the way around. For the next round, I added a new color and I'm just doing a chain 3. After I chain my 3, I'm going to skip the first 2 stitches and I'm going to do 3 double crochets in each chain space. So you're going to skip 2 and you're going to chain 3 in each chain space all the way around. So you can continue with this method until the size of your sleeve is to your liking and to your length. However, what I did once I finished this portion was I did a single crochet all the way around after I finished this round, and then I started to work on my cuff. So if you want to learn how to do a cuff, you can stay tuned after I finish this round, and then I will show you how I did my cuff. So to do your cuff, you can add a new color or you can use the same color. And what I did was I did a chain of 15. And once I did my set of chain 15, I chained 1 and then I did a single crochet into the back loop of each stitch going down. Once you get down to the bottom, you are going to slip stitch into 2 stitches, and then you're going to turn your work and you're going to make a single crochet all the way up until you reach the top. Once you reach the top, you are going to do a chain 1, and then you're going to turn your work and start doing a single crochet into each stitch in the back loop, going back down. Once you have got back down to the bottom, you're going to do a slip stitch into 2 stitches, turn your work, and then you're going to do a single crochet going all the way up to the last stitch. You will then chain 1, turn your work, and then you will do a single crochet into the back loop of each stitch. Once you reach the bottom of that stitch, you are then going to slip stitch into 3 stitches and then turn your work going into your first stitch, going all the way back up. And it's just a repeat method. You will repeat this version until you get to your last 14 stitches. When you get to the last 14 stitches, you're going to do a slip stitch of 4 and then come back up and repeat the same method. Once you've gotten to your last 3 stitches in your cuff, you are going to slip stitch those 3 stitches together, and then I will show you how to sew your cuff together. So at this point, I am at those last 14 stitches. So I'm removing my stitch marker and then I'm going in, and now we're going to do a slip stitch of 3, 4, and we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to go in with our single crochet all the way to the top of the cuff. So now we are going to sew our stitches together, and we are going to use the mattress stitch to close off this cuff. So I'm having some technical difficulties here. My yarn is getting all types of tangled, so just bear with me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the finished project and I have some photos at the end. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and as usual, I'll get back to you.